All right, good Friday morning. Thanks for checking out this Iowa forecast update here. We're looking at temperatures across the state. 30s off to the north, 40s off to the south. We're seeing a little bit of showers across, generally the central to eastern part of the state. Just seeing a few scattered showers out there this morning. That will continue to pull to the east here as we go through the morning. Then we're going to be watching for a severe weather threat on Saturday. Actually, just going to go ahead and just use the Storm Prediction Center's severe weather outlook since it does appear that the outlook seems to be in a good spot right now. So, where the higher severe weather potential, I think it's going to be across eastern to southeastern Iowa here, where we think isolated tornadoes, large hail, heavy rain, basically all modes of severe weather likely on Saturday. So, as we look at our highs for today, we're going to be dealing with generally upper 40s, lower 50s across the state. We get into later on tonight. We'll get down there generally into the 40s across most areas, maybe some lower 50s down there across southern Iowa. Otherwise, really not going to cool down too much tonight. As we get in through the day, though, we'll start working in some scattered rain showers, I think, across our central southern counties by late this morning and through the afternoon. And there will be dry air off to our north here. So I don't think a lot of this is going to be hitting the ground across northern Iowa until probably, I would say, 4, 5, 6 p.m. this evening here as we begin to work some rain showers into the entire state by later this evening and into Saturday morning. And then as we get into Saturday morning here, we'll work a round of showers through the state. This is about the second round here. Just some scattered showers here Saturday morning, and then another round will pull through western Iowa here. I think right around the midday time frame, somewhere between, I would say, 11 and 2 p.m. tomorrow. And then as you go through the afternoon here, we'll see a drier time for, it's going to be a very brief slot of dry time here across the southeastern counties, but then storms will redevelop here. And they'll be kind of going off in a northeasterly fashion. So with the southeasterly surface wind, you'll actually have directional shear and potential for rotating updrafts here later Saturday afternoon across southeastern Iowa. So and then into north central Illinois. That's where I think there can be a tornado threat there tomorrow. So we'll continue to track that. And then as you go later on into the evening and into early Sunday morning, we'll start changing that rain over to snow across northwest Iowa. Thinking generally a trace to 2 inches of snow possible from northwest to north central Iowa. And then this pulls out of here by about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And I'll actually go to the tornado perimeter here, kind of show you. Actually, you can kind of see it here across the southeastern counties, kind of right down there in the hook of Iowa here. There's pretty good dynamics right there. And then we'll go over to some instability values and then also show you the supercell composite, which is actually all lining up there where those storms will be at there around 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So we'll continue to track this and keep you updated here. But yeah, it does look like there will be a severe weather threat across the southeastern counties later on tomorrow. Some of these storms farther north into northeast Iowa may be strong, but like I said, the main severe weather threat will be across east to southeastern Iowa later on tomorrow. So then as you go through the evening, like I said, rain changes over to snow late Saturday night and early Sunday morning, pulls out of here as you begin to wake up on Sunday. In terms of our wind on Saturday, we're going to really start to see the wind pick up across western Iowa as you get into about 11 noon. Now, places down there in west central to southwest Iowa, that's where the low pressure system is going to be tracking. So you're going to have some times here, if you're right in the low's track, where the wind will not be quite as strong. But right behind that low, most areas here eventually will get in on those strong winds as you get into the afternoon here. This is by about 4 or 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. You'll notice a lot of areas here in and around the surface low where you're seeing wind gusts 30 to 45 miles per hour here. We'll even just say 30 to 50 because I think there can be gusts near 50 miles per hour with this storm system here. And as you get into late Saturday night and into Sunday morning here, we'll switch the wind around to the northwest. Again, gusts 30 to 50 miles per hour here, generally in these lighter blues to green shaded areas. This is likely where you're going to see wind gusts 30 to 50 miles per hour here overnight into Sunday morning. We get into about 8, 9 o'clock Sunday morning. Still going to see some pretty gusty winds across the state. Don't really think this subsides across Iowa until later Sunday night. So looks like Saturday going to start off fairly calm. We'll work the precipitation through Saturday night. The wind comes in and it really doesn't get out of here until Sunday night. So in terms of snowfall accumulation, like I said, generally under an inch, but we'll just say trace to 2 just for simplicity because I think there can be some areas up here near Sioux Falls in northwest Iowa that could see maybe an inch or maybe an inch and a half. But again, ground is warm, so we kind of have to subtract a lot of that off. Now, in terms of total precipitation, a lot of this will fall in the form of rain, but again, north central, northeast Iowa, or excuse me, northwest to north central Iowa. That's where I think there can be that snow potential here later Saturday night into Sunday. So we will say total precipitation rather. So half inch to an inch here in these blue to yellow shaded areas, and then obviously back here in the extreme southwest Iowa, you're talking maybe 1 to 4 tenths at max here. But there's going to be places across northwest and southeastern Iowa where you had the severe weather threat down here. You likely have those heavier cells to produce probably a quick 1 to 2 inches of rain. And then up here in northwest Iowa, total precipitation here, looking at generally a half inch to, we'll say, an inch and a half. Could be even see some local spots here. Again, in the interior part of northwest Iowa, towards Sioux Falls, towards the tri-state region, maybe near 2 inches here as we get closer. There will be a warm front there on Saturday, so we will have temperatures down there in the 60s and lower 70s across the southeastern counties on your Saturday. Then by Sunday, we'll deal with generally 50s across the state. Same deal on Monday, except we'll be working some 60s, so upper 50s, lower 60s into the state on Monday. Similar deal on Tuesday, Wednesday, similar deal. We're starting to cool temperatures off, though, across northern Iowa. Then by Thursday, upper 40s, lower 50s, and then by next Friday, upper 40s, lower to middle 50s. So hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.